If you want a trading journal or a trading logbook that looks like this, is as simple and easy to read as this, but also contains as much information as this one, I'm going to show you how to do exactly that in today's trading journal tutorial. I will also include a link to this one as an example, just so you can use it yourself in the description below. That being said, let's get right into it. The first step of making your own trading journal is to visit the Google Docs website. So to get there, all you're going to do is just open your browser of choice and type in docs or docs.google.com. Wait for that to load. The next thing you do is click on a blank document, which will give you this kind of like Microsoft Word-esque thing. Next thing you're going to do is go to the format up here and select pageless. After that, you'll basically get the entire page to work with. This is to make sure that we don't get limited by the width of the page with all the things that we want to add to the trading journal. Next step, you can, if you want to, add a headline. Let's say I want to make this, I want to have central text right up here. I want to have it as the heading 2 because I like the size of that. And I'll name it My Trading Journal. There we go. If I want to, I can select it, color it differently, or underline it like that. I'll make it bold just because, and I'm going to go to the next line here. And the next thing I'm going to do is the main part of making a trading journal. You're going to go to Insert at the top up here, and you're going to go to the Table option. And here you can select how many rows and columns you want in your table. I'm going to make a default 10 by 20, and we'll start with what you need in your trading journal. Now, the most important thing up front that I usually put, first of all, let me select all of this and make it central. So the text is all in the middle of each column, just for an organization thing. If you like it differently, you can choose it differently. What I'm also going to do is pick the first row here, if I can manage to use my mouse correctly, and you can slightly change the color if you want. I'm going to change the width of the top row because the top row is going to be the title of every column. So the first one that I usually have is the direction of my trade. After I have the direction, I usually put my day, my trade size, in parentheses, lots. Next up is the outcome of the trade. So this would be whether you won or lost. Next one is the profit / loss. I usually include commissions as well. So if I have, let's say, a plus $100 green trade, I would then put in parentheses behind here plus $99 in order to account for whatever commissions I have. If you don't want to do it that way, you can have a specific one for commission like that. I'm also going to quickly, oh my God, I hate this sometimes, using the mouse to scroll across this. I'm going to just unselect bold and unselect that, and then we're going to zoom back in. There we go. After commission, I usually like to put the potential TP and necessary stop loss. The reason I do this is, and what I'll do here is, it's for min-maxing and sort of optimizing my strategy. If you watched the video from a couple days ago about the MACD system, I use a very simple 20 pip stop loss and 30 pip take profit as a baseline for that strategy. But if in the future the markets are showing me that maybe on average I could actually target 35 pips or have the stop loss at 18 pips, I could increase my my profitability overall by having this data point. If that's something you still want to work on for your system, it could be useful to have. Next thing is a screenshot. You're going to paste your TradingView link in here. I'll show you how to get that in a second once we have everything else set up. And the next one, the last one, is notes. Now, this trade log is mostly for my MACD system. It applies in this way only because I have one singular pair. If you have an additional pair, what you can do is go ahead and right-click and then insert column to the left or to the right and input your pair right here. Next thing I'm going to do is just drag each of these columns to an appropriate length, just so it doesn't take up as much space. For example, the lot size do not need that much space. I can type in thousands of lots here and still be perfectly fine. It has enough space. It's just to make it look better, just to make it a little bit easier to manage. The screenshot does need a little bit of space, and the notes are going to need a little bit of space, but that's perfectly fine. Next up, what you're going to do is click on one of these things, and you're going to go to Insert, and you're going to click Drop Down. Then you're going to create a new drop down, and here you'll have a bunch of different options to configure your drop down. So what you're going to do, since right now we're in the pair column, I will type trading pair as the template name, and this can be GBP USD. This could be gold, or type like that, whatever you want. I'll type it properly, just like that. This could be maybe Euro USD, and then you can also drag these things around here just to organize them. If you want to maybe sort them by Forex index, whatever. This one here can be NAS 100. You can change the color, maybe make one of them red, one of them blue, and whatever color you can think of. You can also alternatively delete them if you want, and then save them. Now what you can do here is right-click on this. If I just left-click, it will let me select any of the things that I added. If I right-click, I can then copy it, select every column here, paste it in, and it will copy all of them over. The direction, you can either just type bullish or bearish every time, or what you can do is we'll do the same thing that we just did, where we will insert a drop-down, a new drop-down, type the trade direction. Since we only have two options, we can get rid of those. I usually like to have three, and what I'll do is I'll have a blank one where I don't change the color. That will be the default. Then I'll have bullish, and I'll have bearish. If I go ahead and select red for bearish here, I'll select the green. You can have a custom color here if you want. I'm not going to bother with that now because it's just going to take up unnecessary time. You can customize this to whatever you want. I can now again right-click to copy, drag all of that down. I can paste it in, and it will select all of them. Now, as you can see, all of these, no matter which one I select, are all the same option. For the day, again, it's the exact same thing. You go to Insert, you go to Drop Down, a new drop down, and you'll make maybe Trading Day. We'll call it Trading Day. And then you'll have your 8 options, because you'll have a blank, you'll have a Monday, you'll have a Tuesday, you have a Wednesday. If I could type properly, thank you. You'll have a Thursday, you'll have a Friday. If you don't trade crypto, you don't really need the last 2 options since you won't trade on Saturday and Sunday. So if that doesn't apply, you can just get rid of those. And that applies for that. So let's say Monday is my default here. I'll go ahead and copy it. Again, click and drag, and then paste it in. Now the size will be custom for every trade, or at least scale up over time as your trading account grows. So this one will just be normal text. You'll type in 1.0, 0.01, whatever your trade size actually is. Now for the profit, for the outcome, again, you can do the same thing. You just insert a drop-down, new drop-down. You'll have an outcome. You'll have a blank, get rid of 1 because you only need 2, and you'll have a win or a loss. Again, you can color it red and green or whatever other color you want. Have that there. Say every trade is a winner because we're just that good of a trader and we're confident in our abilities. Now the profit loss again is going to be custom because sometimes you'll have plus $69 and then sometimes you'll have plus $350, or you might have 0.5 or 0.57. That'll all change. Again, the commissions and profit and loss and trade size will all be custom for every single trade, same as the potential TP and necessary SL. So we're not going to add drop-down menus to these. If you want to, what you can do is add an additional column to the right or to the left, wherever you want to put it, and you can insert a calendar, I do believe, somewhere. But that's not necessary. You can just have one where you tell the day, or you can include that in your screenshot. If we move to the screenshot real quick, go ahead and switch over to TradingView. I'll tell you how to get one. As you can see here, I'm currently in a short position, which is going fantastically, by the way. The perfect sniper entry here just to, kind of advertise the MACD strategy from yesterday. And all you're going to do is go up here where my mouse is in the corner, up here to the camera icon, and you're just going to click copy link. It will generate for a little bit and then give you the confirmation message down here. Then all you do in the screenshot is right click in the box where you want to put it, insert link, or press Control K, and then you can paste your link in here and click apply. It will now make a hyperlink right here that, for example, I can click on and then open, and it will get us a screenshot with an ad, thank you, right to the chart that you just took a screenshot of. So once your trade is finished, that is where you would go. That's what you would do. Once your trade has hit the full take profit or full stop loss. Additionally, if you do make a potential TP and a necessary SL, then you would want to wait until the entire move has finished so you know how far you could have targeted or how big your stop loss would have needed to be. And in the notes, again, the notes are going to be quite expansive. You're going to go quite a ways with this because the notes are going to include how you felt during the trade. So say I was nervous because the market was choppy. Or you say, I entered early because I had FOMO. Or you say, news wicked me out and I lost. Whatever you want to type into your notes, your emotional state, why you got into the trade, why you got out of the trade, why you maybe broke your trading plan or whatever, that can all go into the notes section. I'm going to quickly explain the potential TP and necessary SL, but I'll go back to TradingView for that. If we just go over here to like an empty space, and I just go ahead and draw a move here, and we just do something like that. And let's say we go ahead and short the market right here. Our stop loss is 10 pips. In the normal strategy, again, it is 20 pips, but let's just say we have a 1-to-1 here, 10 pips to 10 pips. This is our entry over here. You see here, we got wiped out. But if our stop loss was, let's say, 18 pips instead of 10, this trade would not have wiped us out. And then our potential TP would go all the way down to here, right? A little bit below just to make sure that your spread doesn't knock you out. So instead of having a 10 pip stop loss and 10 pip take profit, on this specific setup, we would have, if I quickly make that a proper number, there we go, we would have, as you can see, 18 pips and 32 pips. So I'd go back to my log and say my necessary pips was at least 18 pips. Or you can also just do 18 plus pips. or just 18 pips, whatever you want to say. And here it would be 32 pips. Another thing I do on my normal log is I don't have a necessary SL, but if I have a losing trade, I will put this in parentheses to let me know that the SL was not enough on that one, and I should have gone or would have needed to go higher. I think that's about everything here that I can explain for this system. So I hope this helps. It's very, very useful to have as a beginner trader to be able to log your trades and really just have something that you have permanent access to with information about all your trades. Something kind of like a lexicon to always, or a dictionary, to always be able to look something up, see what went wrong, see what you did right, those kinds of things, all right? And to have that as a beginner trader will help you significantly speed up your process as a learning trader. Again, hope it helps. I'll see you in the markets, hopefully, and I'll see you in the next one.